question.
I do. So I'm watching the game, and it's coming down to clutch time. There's 12.2 seconds left on the clock. The Lakers are going to inbound the ball, and I see on the court, and I'm trying to, am I seeing things? Are my glasses wrong? It's Maxi Kleber on the court, which has happened during the season.
Yep. I actually have an answer for this, but go ahead and explain it.
But there's no Rui Hachimura on the court. In a game in which you need a three, you have Luke Kennard, Austin Reeves, LeBron James, Marcus Smart, and Maxi Kleber. Why is Rui, who is shooting, over 50% in this postseason from three, had just hit a 3 and 1 to get them to be this close?
Yep.
Why is he not on the freaking court?
Here's the answer. I asked the coaches this exact question. They say it depends if we're doing if we're running a play for 2 shooters or 3. He said, for example, the game in Orlando.
Yep.
When they freed up Kennard and he won the game at the buzzer with a 3. Because I used to, Emily, when I asked the question originally, I said, why, in a situation where you need a 3, why is Kennard not on the court every single time?
Right.
Because there was a game earlier in the year where Kennard was on the bench and they needed a 3. And Greg St. Jean, one of the assistants, explained to me, he said, okay. He goes, there'll be times when we would put Kennard and Rui out there because we're looking at 3 different shooters. We want to get the ball to Austin, Luke, or Rui. He said there are other times where we just want to get it to Luka or Austin. We want them to shoot. The best screener on our team is Maxi Kleber.
Yep.
He's great at it. He every day in practice, they go through this stuff, and if they need, they do situational stuff. So they'll say, 3 seconds left. We're down 3. We have to have a 3. And when they started playing with that, they realized that Kleber would tie people. He's just naturally big and lanky, and he's hard to move. So if you go back and look at that play where Austin got the 3 at the end of the game, which he, by the way, got a great look.
Yeah, it was the best shot he could make.
Yeah, it looked like it was going in.
Kleber sets the first screen.
Right.
And that's the answer to your question. They needed to get Kleber on the court to set the screen, and they wanted Jackson Hayes out there because he was having the game of his life, and they thought, we're going to shoot with 6 or 7 seconds left, and if Jackson Hayes gets the rebound, he can kick it back out.
Yep.
But the reason Kleber was out there instead of Rui is that Rui's great at shooting threes. Kleber's great at screening to get a guy open, and they thought that was more important.
But why not Rui instead of Kennard in that situation? Just because of how hot Rui was last
night. Because Kennard is literally the best three-point shooter in the NBA.
But Rui has the best percentage, I think, in NBA history in the postseason.
It is fair.
I would argue that they would leave Rui open. They would never, ever leave Kennard open. So the play worked.
Right. Yeah, that's
the
by
play
the way,
worked at the end of the day.
The ATO did work.
And by
Austin
the way,
got a really good look.
Rui might have hit it.
Right.
Because he was so hot.
But Austin, he had a 4-point play a few seconds before that. But they wanted Austin to shoot it. He was the leading scorer in the game at the time. I think he had 27 points.
Yep.
He got the shot they want. Now, Michael and I were stunned that Oklahoma City, as smart as they are, didn't foul on the catch.
Yeah.
It was 113 to 110. As soon as the ball's inbounded, if Chris is the team with the lead and I'm guarding Chris, as soon as he and I tell the ref, as soon as if Morales catches the ball, as soon as he gets it, I'm wrapping him up.
Yep.
So I go, I'm not letting him get into a shooting motion. So be aware, that's what I'm up to. And so, Chris, the second you got the ball, I would immediately bear hug you.
Yep.
Then you only get 2 free throws.
And you're still up one.
But Oklahoma City didn't do that.
Yep.
They let Austin dribble. Jared McCain, I think, was the guy guarding him, gave him a little bit of space, and he got a really clean look.
Yeah, really good look.
And so, and the answer to your question is, Kleber was on the court to set a screen. They would tell you, because they go back and look at tape, they got the shot they wanted. He just didn't make it.